For a game like this, good handling is essential, and Driver provides some solid arcade vehicle handling with responsive steering and good stability as you drift around corners. But some might flinch at the unchangeable control setup. The nunchuck is required, and you use its joystick for steering, and the Z and C buttons for gas and brake. Hand braking is done with the B button on the Wii remote. But you also have extra abilities that are performed with motion controls. In order to destroy an enemy car, you have to use melee attacks, which require swinging the Wii remote left, right, or forward to slam your car into your opponent. You can drive on 2 wheels by holding A and tilting the Wii remote, and the nitro boost is performed by giving the nunchuck a good forward shake. I don't mind motion controls if they make sense, and I think the melee attacks are logical and satisfying to pull off, but shaking the nunchuck to boost can get tedious. In certain missions, the Wii remote is also used as a microphone to listen in on conversations, or as a scanner to find enemies. Later on in the game, you'll unlock the slow-mo ability, which slows down the game's mo, and reckless mode, which enables a slow-motion shooting ability so you can blast away at your enemies. But these abilities aren't available freely. You have to build up the ability meter and reckless meter to use them. Narrowly missing other cars, drifting, huge jumps, and more will fill these meters, as well as give you experience points. You'll also gain experience by completing missions and meeting certain goals, and every time you fill the XP meter, you'll be given an upgrade point to use to increase your car's speed, your weapon power, and much more. If you have a friend over who's tired of just watching you play Driver, he or she can join in at any time. The simplest way is just by picking up a second Wii remote and acting as your gunner, although these weapons are distinct from the main players, and need to be upgraded separately if you want them to have more power. But if your friend isn't satisfied with just shooting stuff, at any time during story mode you can download a program to your Nintendo DS that allows for some pretty cool interaction with the game.
Everyone, let's go! Take this!
Welcome to Big Willie's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple of Willy dogs.
Can you give me the Big Willy?
My pleasure.
You wanna get fried with that?
What'd he say?
Crypto serving up an order of destruction on the Wii with the help of Big Willy, blast, crush, and probe with devastating weapons and mental abilities, or team up with a friend and destroy all humans together.
At least this beat's getting probed! Are we getting probed?
Open world gameplay, exclusive on the Wii.
Wii! Wii! No matter how many times that word rolls off my tongue, it just tingles goodness.
Okay. Now, where I come from, open world means you can travel from one end of the galaxy to another. But in video game lingo, the phrase open world means, you know, about 20 feet.
That's evil and misleading. Who makes this game again?
THQ.
What does THQ stand for?
4 environments to explore.
Torture headquarters. That's if I was running the place.
Torture headquarters? Oh, crypto! Now that's rich!
Fairfield.
That Midwest DNA's to die for. Next time you go human tipping, will you take me, please, crypto? Please?
I'm more of a anal probe kind of alien.
Me too.
It sounds kind of creepy coming from you.
You'll do missions for students. You can continue the main story by following all the gold stars that are on the map. You can celebrate holidays with your classmates and eventually open up the town of Bulworth so you can get part-time jobs and go shopping and get in trouble with police instead of just the prefix that are around school. And you live out the bully life, kind of like a GTA freeform design, if you will. We gave the original game an 8.9 on PS2, and while Bully still has the charm that it did pretty much 2 years ago, it also has issues. The Wii Remote controls are very well done, though, so you don't have to worry about that. You flick the nunchuck and Wii Remote, that's how you swing your left and right hand for attacks. You use motion for pulling up wedgies, and you do these little harmless finishing moves on people. Those are pretty cool. And also there's a basic IR when you're sniping with your slingshot or doing mini-games. Small visual improvements have also been made with model detail and texturing, but all the roughness that comes in the open world, and you see it pretty much in every Rockstar game, it's still there. So characters are going to pop in, they glitch frequently, you've got VO that overlaps, and everything's got this kind of first-pass feel to it since there's so much content in here. It's the old, jack of all trades, master of none kind of approach. And actually a good example of that comes with these Carnival games you can see here. Each one works, but it looks pretty stiff and simplistic. That being said, there's a ton to do in this world, so if you don't mind a little roughness around the edges, it's a very rewarding experience. As another annoying issue you've got with Bully specifically, it doesn't matter which system you're playing it on, you don't have that overwhelming freedom that you get in GTA or even other Wii games like Godfather and Scarface, where there's this never-ending list of things to do. You're better off just going through the main story. You can hit up the side quests and do mini-games and things like that as you happen across them. And it's still a really good, great story, but you've never got that huge feeling of depth that you get in things like San Andreas on PS2 or on Xbox. And in the end, Bully does feel like a little bit of a stretch, since there's so much of it that was on PS2 is identical here on Wii. I beat the game then, and I had a huge sense of nostalgia when I was going through it this time around, but it is still one heck of a package. You've also got the multiplayer that's in there, where you can face off against anybody and play any of the mini-games, and that's really cool. The mini-games are really fun, the Wii motion's well done, and aside from those kind of first-pass moments that you get with Wii IR and the mini-games themselves, Bully's still a really enjoyable experience. I'd still personally recommend Godfather and Scarface overall, just because I feel like they have a little bit more action to them and a little bit more depth in the actual overworld. But Bully is, got more of this innocent, fun-loving feel to it, and it's still a great option for Wii. Jimmy Hawkins, we're happy to have you on the Wii team, and people enjoy it because this is a great game overall.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan French, and I'm the associate producer on Scarface, and I'm excited to show you the new functionality on the Nintendo Wii.
While we didn't change that much of the gameplay, in fact, we left the gameplay as it was. We've added a bunch of cool new Wiimote functionality, which is exclusive to the new Nintendo platform. So as I exit the car, I'm going to show you, the first thing you'll notice is a white dot in the center of the screen with a little arrow. That shows if I'm panning the camera right, left, up, or down. And when I pull out a gun, that becomes my targeting reticle. It's very intuitive in combat, especially when I'm turning, because you're aiming where you're looking. While I'm driving, it's always a chase cam, and I can swing the reticle around the screen, but it doesn't affect the camera. So you notice that as I make kills here, I'm going to flick the nunchuck. That allows Tony to taunt, and taunting builds up your balls meter faster. I want to have the full balls meter later in the game, so I'm taking skilled shots with manual aiming with the pistol. That's the best way to build up your balls fast. So while I'm driving, I can flick the remote to taunt, just as I would on foot.
What am I, a dumb fuck magnet?
While in the car, if you pull a gun out, the camera stays as a chase camera, but I can aim wherever I want to on the screen with the Wiimote. Car combat is easy and intuitive.
You fucking scratched my car, you piece of shit!
You have both manual aim and lock-on aim. I could get my gun out and be shooting at this guy while I go, but since I'm trying to chase him to his hideout, it doesn't necessarily make sense here. However, since we're here, why not? Now, back in combat. With the chainsaw, where I swing in the air in front of me dictates what limb I hack off my end. So I can get a headshot, arms, or legs, or a full body dismemberment if I'm really good. Let's see if we can get an arm here. Oh, the legs too, nice. Now let's go into Blind Rage. To go into Blind Rage, I have to have full balls meter, which you can see there in the bottom right. Now I shake the nunchuck, and that initiates Blind Rage. Pretty simple. Where before I was flicking the nunchuck to get a taunt, I'm gonna shake it. And that'll take me into blind range. There you have it. We successfully cleared out the gang nest. And that about wraps up our explanation of the Wiimote controls. I hope you guys enjoy it and like the game as much as we do.
Now what you gonna do, huh?
It's your move, buddy. Is that all you got?
Oh, that's the last straw.